and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Ministry of Education et al., and it is always a pleasure for us to be here to share with our listeners and, of course, to ensure that we have information out there which can further empower our students and our young people as a whole. And as we speak to the concept of empowering and giving opportunities to our students, there is an opportunity that I want to share for all of our young people and our students who are under the age of 25. The Caribbean Development Bank is about to host a conference, and as part of that conference, there's a call right now for young people to weigh in, to share their voices as it relates to education in the region and their proposals or their visions for improving the education systems across the region. And so we can look at it will be posted later today on the Ministry of Education Navis's Facebook page. But the call says, submit your ideas on how we can make education better for all. Submit your ideas on how we can make education better for all. We want to hear your ideas on how to transform education in the Caribbean. If you're 25 years old or younger, whether you're currently in school or not, this is your chance to contribute. So persons, as I said, who are 25 years and younger, we are encouraging you. This is an initiative hosted by the CDB, CARICOM, and the OECS, and it is in preparation for a regional symposium on policy dialogue on transforming education. Just a general idea of the guidelines, it is Caribbean Youth, amplify your voices during the conversation, submit a YouTube video or a written proposal with your ideas on how we can help improve Caribbean education systems. And the entry details can be found. There are two ways in which one can enter. They can enter either via if they are 18 years old or younger, and then there's a separate call for those who are older than 18. The instructions: the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, is organizing a policy dialogue and symposium as part of a series of events in collaboration with regional partners, themed understanding, leveraging, and unlocking our full potential. The forum will take place from October 2nd to 4th, 2024, and will emphasize the critical role of children and youth in shaping the future of education. This event will explore innovative solutions to the challenges in education, share successful practices, and coordinate efforts across 5 key areas. The areas are creating safe and healthy schools, teaching essential life skills and work skills, supporting teachers, embracing digital learning, ensuring adequate funding for education. Submission options: the CDV invites young people, and this basically we know we have the two categories, but up to 17 years old, this is the first one, from its client countries, and we are part of those client countries, whether currently in school or not, to submit videos or a written proposal, as I just said, with their ideas on how to transform education and make it better for all. Further details are in the document, and there's a link that we will also share on that Facebook page, as I noted before. You can upload your recommendation if you so desire, or you may skip to the end of the form, and then you'll be able to look at the details. Okay, and this video submission guidelines, the video submissions will be done via a YouTube link, and that is also shared in the document that you will be able to access. Note that the video visibility settings for your YouTube video will need to be either public or unlisted. If it is private, CDB officials will not be able to view your video. And for persons who are under the age of 18, there's a separate process, because as you are aware, we have to ensure that we also get your parental support and buy-in, so the process is slightly different for persons who are under 18, and the deadline for submission is midnight or 11:59 p.m. tomorrow. And if your submission is selected, you will receive a certificate recognizing your achievement, and selected submissions will be showcased during the forum in October and included in a comprehensive report presented to the Ministers of Education. So as I said, the whole process of submitting and all of the other bits of information are available. It says, "Your voice matters. Let's unlock your potential." And of course, this call goes out to persons across the region, young people across the region, and is not limited to those here in St. Kitts and Nevis. It will seek to ask about your current academic enrollment, whether for those who are in school, whether you're currently enrolled, and that type of information. It will also seek to get your parent and guardian's contact information. It will give you guidelines on how to do the video, and then of course you will be able to share the video. Okay, and you can also type it on text if you have issues sharing the video. You can also share via text submission as well. I think it is a good opportunity. Students will start off and they would introduce themselves, they'll give their age, they'll give their country, and they'll give their current status. So they can say, I'm a student of this school, or I am not a student, I'm working. That would help. And then they start off to transform the school environment. I recommend that Ministers of Education, and they'll give the recommendation. Should be just, I think, about 1 minute max if it's a video, maximum of 60 seconds, 1 minute if it's a video. And of course, as we said, you can also submit via text. And I think it's a good opportunity, because if you can share out, and if you can get your recommendations there, if you can be recognized by the CDB CARICOM and the OECS for your submission, I think that would be an incredible feat as well. And so I encourage all of our young people age 25 and younger to be part of this, to at least attempt it. And I know that they would also try to share out the recommendations to our various countries, so that the ministers and the education officials across the region and within your member state will be able to get a sense of your thoughts and what your recommendations are. So we encourage all young people to come on board and to put something forward that they can use as part of the process. And I hope all of our young people access or attempt to access, and if nothing else, that you will be recognized for your submission. And so we'll take a short break on that note. If you need more information, it will be posted on the Facebook page, and you can go on there and get some more information there as well. All right, so we'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
Sugar City St. Kitts, keep it sweet. Keep listening to Vaughn.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's you on the go. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go. I will run you through creative. Grab the gators, let's gather round, and adventure is always waiting. This storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go, let's go, let's go.
All right, let's go. Good morning to everyone listening, and of course, welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Ministry of Education et al., and it is indeed a pleasure for me to be here today. Just before the break, I shared out on an opportunity for our students and young people under the age of 25 to access and participate in. We know that your voices need to be heard, and we think that that is a good opportunity for you to share your views on this particular project. How can we as a region, how can we as a system go about transforming our education system? We also are aware that there are some other activities available, some other initiatives available, and we currently have a call out. It has gone out to our students and parents already, but for parents listening and for those who have students in at the primary level, just for in case you did not come across it, there was an application process during the back to school week related to the upcoming launch of Netball Academy. And so it was open to young girls at the primary school level, and I'm hoping that parents across the system, I know that we have a fair number of persons registered already, but during the course of this week we will also have the registration link posted for public consumption so that you can all access it. And we know that it has been a long time since we have had any activity happening and traction happening at the primary school level in relation to netball, and so we are encouraging all to access this academy and to get the foundation skills leveraged for our students. The general demographic data that will be collected would be used to guide the processes, and it will help us to be able to provide the opportunity. The academy will take place on Wednesday afternoons and Saturday mornings, and so we look forward to the participation of our girls, working towards a few festivals and then eventually some tournaments for our primary school netballers, with the aim of extending out to our secondary schools in short order. So parents and the guardians, please be on the lookout for the upcoming releases as it relates to the Netball Academy that will start in about 2 weeks. If you have any questions at all in relation to this, all coaches at schools will have access to the link for registration, and school principals also, and so please contact them if you have any questions, or feel free to contact the Department of Sports there upstairs, the Reliable Motors Miniplex. As it relates to netball, we were also able to witness the netball tournament last evening. For those of us who were there, I spotted a familiar face, but we didn't get to cross paths. I was there. The young people would say I was outside for a little bit. And so it was very intriguing, very interesting. I, for one, have never, actually, the first time I saw a male netball game was in 2021 when the Department of Sports hosted, but I've never seen a tournament, male netball tournament, and so to have that unique experience, and they are vying for an opportunity to participate in a wider tournament in 2026. And so the top teams from this round will then progress to the next round. I think it is the first time that St. Kitts Nevis has fielded a team, a male netball team, and so I hope that persons were able to enjoy the experience last evening, and that we can have persons coming out in their numbers tomorrow evening. We are out there supporting all of the teams, of course, but I know I have a special place in my hat for our team St. Kitts and Nevis. Unfortunately, we were not able to cop the first prize last night. We were not able to win last night. St. Vincent and the Grenadines outdid us, but we were able to win the first night, and so we're hoping to see a few more wins. Just about each day, there should be about eight games each day, because the tournament has 8 teams competing, and 6 I think will continue on to the next round. So I'm hoping that we can make it through, and that perhaps we can get onto other international games following this time. So please stay tuned. Make sure that you are present, that you're able, that you're available. And the teams participating are Antigua and Barbuda, England, Grenada, Jamaica, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, the USA, and St. Kitts and Nevis. So far we've only played 2 of the teams. We've played Antigua and Barbuda, and we've played St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So with those 2 completed, I think that we have quite a few to go. And guess what, everyone? We were able to negotiate for the finals to take place on Nevis. So the finals will be there, including the awards ceremony, and everything will take place on the 18th. And that means that we have to fill the Grell House Stevens Netball Complex, because if we were able to request and get the opportunity to get that finals happening here, that's a big deal, and we need to have the persons in the stadium. The tickets are really cheap. They're affordable for a safe and family-friendly experience. $10, you get a safe and family-friendly experience. And let me go on with my guess what. Tomorrow is the 15th of September, and so it is the day before National Heroes Day, and most of us do not have to dash to work on Monday morning. So $10 gets you an opportunity to spend some time, quality time with friends, in a nice, safe environment that is non-intrusive, and you get to stay out a little later. And if you're like me, because let me tell you all, I had to take a nap, then come back home and nap again. So if you have to nap and go, that's fine, but we want to see you there supporting our team. We have players from both St. Kitts and Nevis, so Nevisians, you'll be able to recognize a few faces, and I think they're doing an exceptional job. I was looking last night to see if they're really going to play the sport as I knew the sport growing up, and they did. They're a lot taller. A lot of them are a lot taller than ladies would be, and we noted last night they jump really high. They jump higher than most of us would, but the rules of the game, they're pivoting. I wonder how many of them would travel with the ball, and how many, but they tried to stick to the rules, and when they didn't, the America's netball officials were right there on top of them, really making sure that they're following the rules and they're doing what they are expected to do. So please, to all of you, come on out and support our team. And it's their first round, as I said, and it cannot I cannot underscore the importance of supporting, because in the future, when they have other tournaments that they would need to access, they would be able to have the confidence that, yes, we tried the first time, we were able to do it, and we had our community behind us, supporting us along the way. So please go out and support our teams as far as possible. So tomorrow night, as I said, we can look forward to those games happening, and because we have so many of them happening, they start, I think, at 5 tomorrow, and so we will see all of the teams playing at some point tomorrow. There will be a total of 4 matches. All 8 teams will play during the course of the afternoon into the evening. Okay, so please go out and support them. And then I have some other good news. The second set of good news, I think this worked out really well, because the finals will take place on September 18th. You know what that means? The next morning is a holiday. So we can't have the excuse that means we could stay out a lot longer and we could stay up and cheer. And I am hoping that we're in the final 2 or maybe 3. We only lost 1 so far. I hope we don't lose any others, but we're in the final 2 or 3, and we can get some awards on that evening as well. So please, to all of our listeners, go out and support our athletes. We support athletes in all areas, and this is no different. And we have enough time, we have enough lead time to get from work to home, and as I said, take a 15-minute nap if you need, for those who need a power nap, to get you going again, and you'll be able to really support our players and have some fun with your family and children as well. And for children who have never seen netball, it's a good chance for them to have that experience, and it's a good precursor or lead up to the launch of the Primary Schools Netball Academy that I spoke to earlier. The Primary Schools Netball Academy, in this particular case, is a female netball academy, and so we will be working with our girls. We have, as I said, a large number already registered, but we would like to see at least quite a few more registered, and we want to give the opportunity to all girls to be able to access and to be able to have the chance to play. And with that, once that academy starts, we can then look forward to some increased play. I remember the good old days of the primary school netball tournament. I never made it in the competition, but I really enjoyed watching it. And I look around some days and I see some of the players, they played the netball games were equally as fierce as any adult netball game that I've seen. And so it's been a while since we've had that league, but we hope to see it come back soon. To give children a fair chance, though, we want to ease them in, so we'll start with festivals, and those are non-competitive, and then we'll do tournaments, not by school, because once you get by school it gets a little bit more, but then once we've given them the skills and the confidence, then we'll go back into the Primary School Netball League. After the Primary School Netball League, we'll go into the High School Netball League. And so that is where we are, and we hope to get the support of players. I don't know if my dear friend Melissa was a player, but if she wasn't either, she was watching on the sidelines and cheering on like I was. But for those who are past players and who are interested in supporting and mentoring the girls, you might not have time to be there every day for practice sessions, but our girls also need some mentorship to ensure that they're staying on the right path and that they're staying committed. And so if you have any interest in any of that, just let us know, and we will see how we can get you worked into that program or activity. We're going to break in a second, but after the break I'll bring forward another. We're going to transition to the student football programs, which will start in a few weeks as well. I'll share that bit of information, and then of course we'll close out with some information about this very special weekend that I'm talking about all these holidays. Why are we having these holidays? We'll touch on that in a bit. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
When VON vibrates, the whole Caribbean must shake.
860 AM, the powerhouse.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's you on the go. Youth on the go, whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go, whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go. I will learn new things, I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around, an adventure is always waiting. This storytelling means for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning to all of our listeners or viewers via Von Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Ministry of Education Natal, and it is always a pleasure for us to be here with you and to share with you on Saturdays. And this Saturday is no different. We've had quite a few updates for you. We've provided some updates, and we will continue to do so. I spoke a few minutes ago to the Netball Academy that will be launching shortly. I will continue with the football for schools. We all know that we have football for schools. We had training in term 3, and we had persons here from FIFA. Nevis has been the first island to sign on to football for schools, and football for schools uses football to help to inculcate some skills and values into our students. And so we signed on, and we had the training sessions. We trained over 40 coaches on the football for schools program, and we are looking forward to making sure that it's introduced in the schools, but also providing an avenue for some after-school programming. And so we will be focused on, in the first instance, we'll be focusing on the infant department at the primary school. That means our K-2 students will be involved in a Pee-wee football for schools program, and those registration documents were already circulated as well. They will be recirculated, so please be on the lookout for those at the Department of Sports Nevis Facebook page, both the netball and football for schools for our younger students. We know that term 1 is our term where we have a focus on football. We know that the primary schools football tournament is a big deal and has grown in leaps and bounds over the last few years, and I know that some of us have a great time going out. I love the energy at the primary schools football tournament, and so we'll continue with that, and we'll also be fielding a Pee-wee football program through the Football for Schools initiative. And so on Wednesday afternoons, our younger potential players will be introduced to the skills of the game through the Football for Schools lenses, and parents can register their children to be present for that as well. That is something that we think is very important, and we want to get your buying and further engagement happening there for that as well. So please register your children for that, and then we will have some Pee-wee festivals, some short matches, 3-a-side, 5-a-side matches for our little ones. We will not have full football matches, of course. They are tiny, and although we know they're energetic, we just want to hone in on those skills as needed, and so you can look out for those schedules as well. And then the primary school football tournament schedule will be circulated in a week or so. So probably by next week when I return, I'll be able to share the schedule with you, and you will have an idea of where, when, and what you have to do, what adjustments you have to make to your schedule to support the primary school footballers. We hope that the approach that we're going to use this year would be convenient for most persons, if not all persons, and that you can come out and support. We always want to encourage our parents and our people to support the students as in their various endeavors, and their endeavors include their academic endeavors as well as their athletic endeavors. So primary school football tournament will be launched in, I think, about a week, or no, in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks we'll have primary school football, the football tournament being launched, and of course that will take place this year. based on interactions with our coaches and with the community, we have decided to allow each team to play against the other. What we've done in the past is to have a Zone A and a Zone B system, and they would just play within their zones, and then those who make the finals, the semi-finals, the top two teams from their zone will then play against the top two teams in the other zone, and that will take us to the semi-finals and the finals. And this year we're going to try to have all teams playing against each other at least once, ahead of the semi-finals. So we'll see if that model can work, and perhaps it will be the more equitable approach, because some persons over the years have felt that some of the teams did not get a fair chance to play against some of the other teams that they probably could have won and progressed and made sure that they made it to the semifinals. So we'll see if that approach works better, and of course we'll have to test it. But outside of that and the competition side, I know the children love having persons with them. They love having adults supporting them and cheering them on, even when they have a little bit of nerves, that their mummies and daddies and aunts and uncles and family members can come on out to support them as well. So we look forward to doing that and to ensuring that we have a space where our students can definitely demonstrate their knowledge and skills in the area of football. And so those schedules will be shared out by the Department of Sports in short order, and then we'll be able to share them out here as well, so that you can save your dates going forward. We also are aware that it is Independence time, and so we have quite a few patriotic activities happening this week. Some started last week, most of them will be happening during the course of this week. Some schools will have their patriotic program, some schools will be doing patriotic tours, island tours, doing different activities to help their children to understand the importance of their country. And yesterday our schools participated in National Youth Rally, which took place on St. Kitts. We want to take this opportunity to commend the entire team who worked assiduously to ensure that the students were able to get to and from the youth rally. We hope that the students had a wonderful time, and that of course we were happy that everything went relatively smoothly, but it would not have been possible without the input and supports of several persons who played a great part. So we want to say thank you for their input and for making sure that everything went as best as possible. And so on that note and in that vein, I also want to announce that next Saturday, we will be sharing we'll have a quiz competition, a quiz section, and the prize for the winner of that quiz would be a backpack filled with school supplies, compliments the TDC group of companies, and we're giving you a week's notice, a heads up, so that you can make sure that you are listening and you're calling in. It will be Independence themed, so it will somehow be affiliated or associated with some component of independence, and so we can look forward to all of that next week. Ahead of that, and maybe you might want to take your pencils out and your pens out and your notebooks out, we have a lot of homework this weekend, children, and the homework is often related to our independence and national heroes and all of those things. And so we'll spend some time this morning helping you with your homework, but also sharing information to our public about National Heroes Day. And then of course we'll also share on the some bits of information related to independence. Okay, so we have 5 national heroes. There are 5 national heroes. Remember I said next week we have a quiz. 5 national heroes in St. Kitts and Nevis. And the 5 national heroes are the Right Excellent Sir Robert L. Bradshaw, the Right Excellent Sir Paul Caleb Azarias Southwell, the Right Excellent Sir Joseph Nathaniel France, KCMG, the Right Excellent Simeon Daniel, and Dr. the Right Excellent Right Honorable Sir Kennedy A. Simmons, and he is the only living national hero. So we have 5 national heroes to date, 4 of whom are no longer with us, and we have 1 who is our only living national hero in the person of Dr. the Right Excellent and Right Honorable Sir Kennedy A. Simmons. Okay? So let's take them one by one so that we have an idea of who they are, what they did. And so we have the Right Excellent Sir Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw, and he was the Chief Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis from July 1966 to the 27th February 1967. He was the Premier of St. Kitts and Nevis, because before independence we had a Premier for the Federation. He was the Premier from the 27th February 1967 to the 23rd of May 1978. And that is the Right Excellent Sir Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw. Okay, the next one that we'll take a look at is the Right Excellent Sir Caleb Azariah Paul Southwell, right? And he was the Chief Minister from 1st January 1960 to July 1966. So he was the Chief Minister from 1960 to 1966, and he was a predecessor of the Sir Excellent Sir Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw. The third one, the Right Excellent Sir Joseph Nathaniel France KCMG. He was a member of the St. Kitts and Nevis National Assembly from 1946 to 1984, and he was a member of the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party from 1940 to 1997. We also have the Right Excellent Simeon Daniel, and Sir Simeon Daniel is a special national hero for us here on Nevis because he was from Nevis, and he was the first Premier of Nevis from the 19th of September 1983 to the 2nd of June 1992. He was the leader of the Nevis Reformation Party from 1970 to 1992. Okay, remember I said he was the first Premier of Nevis from 19th September 1983 to the 2nd of June 1992. Then we have our only living national hero, and our only living national hero is Dr. the Right Excellent and Right Honorable Sir Kennedy A. Simmons, and he was the 4th Premier of St. Kitts and Nevis, and he assumed that role on the 21st of February 1980 until the 19th of September 1983. And on the 19th of September 1983, he changed roles. He became the first Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis. And he was the first Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, and he was the Prime Minister until the 7th of July 1995. So he went from being the 4th Premier of St. Kitts and Nevis before independence to the first Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, because if you took note of the date in which he became Prime Minister was the date in which we became independent as a federation, the 19th of September 1983. We're going to take a short break, and I hope that you learned a little bit about some of our national heroes, and we'll be right back.
From Queen City, Nevis, this is the powerhouse of the Eastern Caribbean, Vaughn Radio.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know, we're gonna have a great time. And now it passes quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the It's you on the go. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go, let's go, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather round, and adventure is always waiting. The storytelling means for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
All right, welcome back. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Welcome back to Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Ministry of Education et al. And we are indeed pleased to be here with you and to share our updates and, of course, any activities and information that we can as it relates to our students and our young people. So far, we've shared some updates as it relates to the CDB initiative, CDB CARICOM OACS initiative, and I'm hoping that some of our young people are going to get involved in that one. Our netball academy that will be launched shortly. I also shared on the upcoming football for schools and the football tournament, and then we took a little bit of a segue because we thought it was important for us to take a look at some of the as we know, this weekend is a long weekend and it will be a short work week, and so we are also looking at some of the other awards that are available here on St. Kitts and Nevis. So we spoke to the national heroes, and the order of the national hero is the highest award or honor which can be given in our federation. They are honors or awards given by the government of the federation, and there are two other awards available. We have, in addition to the Order of the National Hero, the highest honor, we also have the Companion of the Star of Merit, the Companion of the Star of Merit Award, and every year that is also conferred upon persons for being exemplary in various fields. And each year we see persons, for example, in the areas of agriculture or nursing, law enforcement, entrepreneurship, sports, community engagement, activism. So every year we have persons, and the number each year varies, but every year we have persons who have these honors conferred upon them. And I know it is always an honor for persons to have those awards, and during National Heroes Day we will hear about the various awards and who the awardees are, and so we look forward to that. Students, please make sure on National Heroes Day that you pay attention. There's a ceremony every single year at National Heroes Park on St. Kitts, and we know that National Heroes Park was commemorated in 2018, and so there are statues of each of our national heroes at National Heroes Park, and every year there is a ceremony there, and persons are also identified, or the list of persons that are identified every year, so that we could learn who they are and about their achievements and their accomplishments in various areas. And so we have the Companion of the Star of Merit, and then we also have the Medal of Honor, and persons are also highlighted or identified for honorable performance in those in various areas, once again depending on the level of impact and the work that was done in the various fields. And so one of your homework assignments next week, and probably you got it yesterday to take back to school on Tuesday, is the list of persons who got each of the awards. So I'm hoping that you have your list ready and that you are ready to go to share with your teachers when that time comes, because it will be there. You will also see, and those of us on Nevis, you will have your list of persons who receive awards from the Nevis Island Administration, and those will be given out on Independence Day. And so take note of who those persons are during the course of the Independence Day parade. You will receive that information, it will be shared, those persons will be awarded, and your teachers will expect you to be able to share those bits and pieces of information. The second bit of homework assignment that you're going to get, and remember, just a gentle reminder that during the course of this week, as you pay keen attention, next Saturday we will be giving away a backpack of school supplies, compliments the TDC group of companies, and it will be based on independence related information. So I'm hoping that you are geared up and ready to answer those questions, and I'm helping you to get ready for next week for school as well as that quiz. Alright, so the national symbols of St. Kitts and Nevis, there are 4 major symbols: the coat of arms, the national flag, the national flower, the national bird. We also have national elements which are of significant importance, and they are our national anthem, our national dish, and the national dress, which is a female wear and a male wear. So we have the coat of arms, and all of us know it because it is embedded in several spaces and places. But the coat of arms is dominated by a shield. So there's a shield, and the shield has a lighter in the full sail, which is a traditional means of transportation. It has a red chevron. It is highlighted by 2 poinciana flowers, and we know that what the significance of the poinciana flowers is. That is our national flower. At the top of the shield, on the dark blue background, is the head of a Carib Indian, supported by the fleur-de-lis and a red rose. This depicts the original Carib Indian inhabitants, and the fleur-de-lis and rose signify the French and English influences, and they arrived in the 1620s. You also have a helmet topped with battlements with a flaming torch held up by the hands and arms of an African, European, and a person of mixed descent. The torch signifies the struggle and quest for freedom by a people of diverse ethnic origins, but a united purpose. Supporters of the shield are the pelicans, the national bird with extended wings. By the side of the bird can be seen a sugarcane plant and a coconut tree, which demonstrates the fertility of the land. The motto of the Federation, country above self, is below the shield and can be said to be found the foundation of everything else. So we went from the coat of arms. We'll now look at the national flag. The national flag of St. Kitts and Nevis was adopted on our Independence Day, September 19th, 1983, and was designed by Idris Lewis in a national design competition. The green represents our fertile lands, the yellow our year-round sunshine, the black represents our African heritage, the red represents our struggle from slavery through colonization to independence, and the white stars are symbols of hope and liberty. This is a standard question that all students of social studies, all primary school students will have, and so you will need to know that. You would need to know who designed the flag. You would need to know what each part of the flag means. Additionally, we have our national flower. The national flower of St. Kitts and Nevis is the poinciana or flamboyant, named after Monsieur de Poincy, the first French governor of St. Kitts, who is said to have introduced it to the region. Its scientific name is Dillonyx regia and is said to have originated in Madagascar. The flamboyant is one of the most beautiful trees of the tropics, with its umbrella-shaped crown, fern-like compound deciduous leaves, and huge red and yellow clusters of scalloped flowers, followed by long black seed pods. The seed pods are known locally as the shak-shak because of the sound they tend to make when you shake them. And then we have our national bird. The national bird, the Pelicanus occidentalis, the brown pelican, or as we locals say, the booby, is the national bird of our federation, our twin island paradise. It is usually spotted on our coastlines as this bird is a lover of water. When young, it is brown on the head, neck, and upper torso of the body, while white below. As it matures, the body becomes dark brown, while the head turns white. Boobies are usually spotted in small flocks whilst feeding, and they nest in colonies along the coast in low trees and bushes. This bird is an elegant bird with an oversized bill, sinuous neck, and big dark body. They feed by plunge diving from high up, using the force of the impact to stun small fish before scooping them up. And then we have our national song. It was written by Mr. Kenrick Georges of blessed memory. He passed in 2019. He was a trumpeter and arranger for a popular brass band, and he composed the national anthem, which we all know, O Land of Beauty. We also have our national dish, and the national dish comprises of stewed saltfish, spicy plantains, seasoned breadfruit, and coconut dumplings. And there's a recipe that you can follow online, but I think it's ingrained in us national how to prepare some of these things, and so you can follow that. Students, you may have to print the pictures off to put in your notebook for your homework this weekend. We have a national wear which reflects the true Caribbeanness of our people, a combination of African and European influences which have shaped the history of St. Kitts and Nevis is evident in both the male and female outfits. The women's wear, it was customary for African women to scrap their heads for protection. To scarf their heads for protection. The main dress is off-white cotton with a corset top and an ankle-length wide fair petticoat bottom. The beige cotton sleeves are short and puffed by using the drawstring. A short lap skirt made from crocus is worn over the main dress to protect it from dirt, and the madras, cane soda wrap, which was used to cam soda while fertilizing sugar cane, is draped around the waist. The crocus drawstring bag was a safe way for women to secure their mane. The menswear is a straw hat trimmed with madras. Offered protection from the sun, and the short sleeve v-neck jack shirt trimmed with madras is made from off-white cotton. The design is similar to traditional shirts worn by African men back in the day, and the beige cotton, the ankle-length pant, is a reflection of local fabrics that were commonly used during the colonial period. So all of our national symbols in some way reflect our history, and our past often influences our present and our future. And so children, all of the information shared, I hope was useful for you, and that it helped you with your homework so that you'll be able to do it well during the course of the week. And on that note, I wish everyone a happy National Heroes Day on Monday, a happy Independence on Thursday. Have a great week, everyone.
With all the power